I'm addicted to this game. Alright, so anyway. Started off with that. I am addicted to this game. I'm actually addicted to it. Whew. Oh yeah, right, the hospital. I also have to check the hospital. That was the other one. Yeah, I just played. Nah. Gundham! I just remembered, I never went inside any of the rooms in a motel. Plus, I don't even know where Hyoko's room is. Maybe best to just ask someone. You're here, right? Come on out. Huh? Are you talking to me? I can see you. Did you really think you could hide your presence like that? Was he trying to hide in the first place? Hey, which room is Hyoko staying in? Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear, and you might want to bring an extra pair of underwear. Yeah. I wonder, how does this guy talk to his parents and teachers? Hey, Ajime, can you explain it to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as when I found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was hanging from the butts on lighting. However, there was no body discovery announcement made. That's why I went to get you guys. Met up with Chiaki in this motel, and when we were about to go back to the music venue, you met up with Mikan and me. And when we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some reason. So we had no choice but to break down the door and discovered Hyoko's body was suddenly there too. Yeah, that's what happened. This is the most important part. You arrived at the motel. Who else saw you besides Chiaki? As I recall... Didn't you... Besides Chiaki, I also saw Gundham and Monami. I see, so Kazuichi and Sonya didn't appear, huh? Do you think those two are suspicious? Well, Hyoko was killed between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? See, obviously those two are the most suspicious since they weren't with us. That might be it, but... While we're at it, let me tell you my alibi too. In the morning, Mount Kuma announced and woke me up. I went straight to the hospital. Saw Mikan panicking in front of the hospital. Asked her what's going on. She said Ibuki disappeared. So you guys split up and looked for Ibuki, huh? Well, we were circling the island. We came to the motel and saw you guys there. Did you see anyone else while you circled the island? No, we went to the movie theater in that street full of machines to look for Ibuki, but we didn't see anyone. Are you implying I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable for you to doubt me. The time that Mikan and I were on our own looking for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there's no way I could have killed Hyoko and wrapped her around a pillar with a duct tape. It's true, I feel like there wasn't enough time to do it after I left the music venue. But the fact is Hyoko was killed, and we did discover her body. What, do you still doubt me? Well, I'm used to it. It's true I've done things that I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry, even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you and encasing you in concrete. I want to know in advance what I have to do to end up like that. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Looks like it's locked, but the key was inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this. Creak. It opened, just as I thought. This key was Hyoko's room key. Alright, I should go inside. So, Hyoko's standing here. She only stayed here a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like her room, but I feel a little conflicted. Sonya! Huh? Did the door open? Yeah, Hyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open. How the fuck did you get in here? How did you get in here, Sonya? I see. What, did something happen? No, it is just, I'm starting to believe it might be my fault. Her fault? What does she mean? How? Whoa. How did Sonya get in here? That's awfully suspicious. Sink. There's a mirror. What? It's Monokuma! There's a mirror, but it's still small and rusty. There's no way anyone can use this.
No.
Yes. Why are they inverted? The bed isn't messed up. It doesn't look like she was abducted in her sleep. The moment Hyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. She was afraid of the despair disease. She was cautious, you guys too, right? However, her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in her room. She had another reason. Besides the disease, what other reason would make her lock herself in her room? Her kimono. Her kimono? Yesterday I went to go talk to her. Since she had been in her room for some time, I told her it might be good for her to go outside for a bit. She kept the door to her room locked, but by coincidence it was not locked at that time, and then I saw it. Hyoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower, but then she could not tie her sash anymore. Mahiro is no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with it. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono, huh? The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. Hyoko told me that she learned how to tie her sash from Mahiro, that Mahiro kindly taught her the basics. That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
Perhaps.
She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Mahiro taught her. I could not really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did. What did you say?
Hyoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it! Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror? Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue? If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful. Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health.
And that was when she kicked me out. Could it be? Hyoko remembered that? Are you saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can see that happening. Hyoko locked her room and made sure she put the room key inside her kimono. I can't imagine that she was abducted by someone. And if so, that's weird. Hey, did you tell anyone about that before the incident? Or was someone listening in your conversation? I never told this to anyone, and I do not believe anyone was listening in on our conversation. Nobody knew. If that's the case, how did the killer know Hyoko was going to the music venue? Something's wrong. Sonya is weird. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. No sign that someone made a mess of her room. And I don't think she was forcefully abducted. I feel like I couldn't really find any important clue. Oh well. No, I'm telling you, that's... How the fuck is she in here? The door was locked. Unless the game doesn't make sense, there's a problem here. Okay? Let's go to the cinema. Or the hospital. And it looks like it's the movie theater. And then it'll be the hospital. Alright, Nagito awaits us.
Hello there.
Why, hello there, Hajime. I knew you'd come here. Means you noticed it too, right? The case this time is an imitation case in which the killer used that movie as their theme. I wouldn't know. I haven't watched that movie yet. I see. Then you really should watch this movie first. Hey, manager! Customer's here.
Did you call me?
Yes! Did you call me? Huh? Hajime's the customer. Do you have a problem with that? And you said you didn't want to watch it, but I knew you wanted to see it all along. If that's what Tsundere Hajime looks like, then you're really a tough guy. You were so devoted to being Tsundere, you even bought the Monokuma sticker for $1.5 million. You paid $1.5 million for a sticker? It's nothing.
Listen up.
In exchange for not watching this movie, Hajime paid $1.5 million for a Monokuma sticker. Come on, since we're talking about it anyway, why don't you show it to Nagito? Stop it! When my resistance was invaded, and Monokuma reached into my pocket and took the sticker. See, it's this one! I'm sorry, I was born stupid. You bought this for $1.5 million? But in the end, he's still gonna watch the movie. What's that sound? Is there a ringing in my ears? Who cares about that anymore? Just hurry up and give me an invitation ticket. Okay, here you go. It already says so in the invitation ticket, but it's only effective today at this time. By the way, I can only give away one ticket per person. You only have one chance to watch it for free. I've already stamped today's date into the ticket, so you won't be able to cheat. Don't worry, I only plan to watch it once. Now go prepare the projection reel. Please wait a bit, okay? Hajime, about that invitation ticket, I strongly recommend you keep that safe. Huh? Why? No reason, just think of it as a protective charm. guess I should just wait until Monokuma finishes his preparations. You came all this way not to watch it? Your son right knows no limits. It's about time you showed your dear side, you know? Come on, live in yourself. So wait up for a bit, okay? That reminds me, that item should be on top of the counter. Don't you know that this is exactly... If the tote bag is gone, that means... Oh there! Were you interested in buying that tote bag? Well, that's just too bad. It's already sold out. Who'd you sell it to? Stupid! There's no way I'd fall for that. There's no way I'd say something that'd reveal who the killer is. So the killer bought it. Ah! Ah! I remember you said there was only one because it's a limited item, right? It's not limited to one. It's more like it's limited to one person. What's the difference? When you buy one bag, you get another one for free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes. For some reason, hearing you say that. Monokuma's account. Now then, I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue. Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater right away. This is exciting. Exciting! I forgot that this is the theater entrance. Okay. I apologize for keeping you waiting. World-famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monami 2.5D will be screening shortly. From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this. 2.5D. That sounds so half-assed. I will. Thank you. No.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates. One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise.
Oh no.
And was whisked away to Monami's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard, Monami, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monami scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he decided that she commit suicide, the Monami scarecrow hanged herself and died.
What the fuck?
He also met a Monami lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows. He also met a Monami tin man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron.
I see.
After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monami.
Well, you know who's the one who's missing her courage.
One thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monami. And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury.
No, no.
And he lived happily ever after. The end.
Man, movies are the best! That drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, one for each head! Who's... Oh my god. Now then, let's meet again at the class trial! Goodbye, bye-bye! I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe the situation. How was it? Actually, I didn't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it even okay to call that a movie? Thanks to that movie, now you know, right? Yeah, just like he said, the characters who were killed in the movie match the victims in this case. Ibuki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie. Not just that, but Pyoko's suspended body matches the lion's death, too. Would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it was impossible. It seems that was impossible. Perhaps the killer is upset about that right now, or the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder. They should be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true. Alright, hospital time. Oh wait, no, the courage one is Mikan. I feel like I haven't been here in a while, even though it's only really been a few days. Hey, you prepared a surveillance camera unit, right? Yeah, so I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It's not like I'm suspicious or anything. Didn't you get this from that shady looking alley where all those machines are lined up? Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. Then if there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too? No, that's impossible. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors are only used as part of the same unit. But either was filmed with a hospital camera can only be viewed on the hospital monitor, either that was filmed with a music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor. But if I left it like that, I wouldn't have been able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras. So that's how you guys are able to view the hospital footage from the music venue and vice versa. However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number, so even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast it. I feel like, honestly, I'm suspecting Sonya for this murder. However, I didn't just swap the cameras, modified them, and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. You're right, you did work on that. Should investigate the lobby. The lobby? What do you mean investigate the lobby? The notice? It's paper on the bulletin board. Apparently it's a hospital. Apparently only one person can... Selfish rule, damn. Oh, fuck. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. There's a surveillance camera unit on top of the reception desk. As long as the music venue surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast with this. Hey Hajime, there's something I want to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera? Oh, I also wanted to ask you that. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions. Tell me, Hajime. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video on that surveillance camera unit. It showed the music venue stage, then there was a black curtain hanging like there is now. The whole display was pretty dark because they were just using candlelight. There was rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that there was a stepladder on the floor. And right away, a person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was because their face was covered, but now I know that must have been Ibuki. She walked straight to the stepladder, and without any hesitation, she climbed that stepladder of her own free will. And then she grabbed that rope, and that's all I saw. The candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something because the screen went dark all of a sudden and wasn't displaying anything anymore. Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared functions, so things can still show up even in the dark, but the one I got from the machine alley was a really old model. Ah, hold on. At the time, you said you didn't know the person wearing the handbag was Ibuki, right? Yeah. You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself, so you rushed over to the music venue to try to stop her, but I didn't make it in time. Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean she's her own killer? Ibuki committed suicide? What do you think, Chiaki? There's no doubt Ibuki climbed the stepladder on her own, right? Yeah, there's no doubt. If so... Hey, don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way you'd be able to figure that out so easily. Huh! Oh yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm heading over there. What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden. She said a conference room. Why did she mention a conference room all of a sudden? Also, I might just be overthinking this, but did she seem a little upset? The disease, motherfucker. The fucking disease. The despair disease, motherfucker. The despair disease. Oh, it's a Akane.
Now then,
I'm finally getting back to my normal self. Jime, help me out with my recovery. You can touch my boobs if you win. No thanks. She was bearable when she was quiet. It'd be so much better if she was still feeling the after effect. She'd beat me up if I said that out loud. Anyway, why are you here? Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but hospital gowns are pretty comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one. Don't tell me you plan to wear hospital gowns from now on. That's the idea, but it looks like they're out of stock. It looked like there was one gown for each patient's room, so I thought it would be more in the empty rooms. There weren't any gowns. Yeah, that's right. Buki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nagito was wearing. If I have no choice, then I should just use Nagito's. It's a unisex size, so I'll probably be able to fit in it. Hold on, what happened to the gown you were wearing? You saying I should wear that one I already wore? That's gross! Wearing clothes someone else was wearing is even grosser. No time to dilly-dally. I totally left Mika back at the music venue. Crap, I gotta go back soon. Well, it's okay since I already investigated the music venue. Leaving her on guard duty was a bad idea. Where's Ibuki's room? Why can I not see Ibuki's room? You're a piece of shit. Why the conference room too? What's this? It's pitch black. I can't see anything. Where's the switch? Don't turn it on. Huh? Shiaki, are you there? If you turn on the light, it's gonna be fully exposed. It'd be embarrassing. What's fully exposed? Hey Hajime, if you poke out your eyes, you can turn on the light. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna poke them out? I'm not gonna poke out my eyes. Aw, bummer. Troll fail. No sooner did she finish saying that, I heard a dry sound of curtains being drawn. There was a flash of intense light that stung my eyes a little. I squinted my eyes until they started adjusting to the light. And I saw Shiaki had finished opening the curtain that was covering the window. Were you surprised? Surprised? I don't get it. I got it. Got what? The curtains in this conference room are designed to completely block out light. Oh. There's a projector in here, so they were probably careful about light shining through. Oh, see, a black curtain that blocks light, and it's also long enough to reach the floor. Sorry, just dumb messages I'm receiving from my friends. A black light blocking curtain. That's why it was so dark. So, is something wrong with it? I'm still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret. Yep, she's upset. But still, what was all that about? That bit about it being embarrassing if I look and troll fail? Just wanted to mess with you. Yep, she's definitely upset. Why is she acting so childish? I guess I'm done investigating the hospital. I should move on to a different place. Ding dong ping pong. Nope. It's murder time. It's already time. So, this again. Need to go to that place again. But now's not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Hiyoko became victims in order to find the truth. The only thing I can do is go. Okay, let's go. Let us go then. See you on the flip side, bruh. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of the Monokuma Rock. And soon enough. Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial? Hey, jerk, hold it right there. What? Don't get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short a few brain cells. My brain works just fine. Monokuma, what did you do with Mekomaru? I see, so you've come to avenge him. Avenge? That sounds like he died. Sounds like you say, oops. Anyway, since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent. Now then, I gotta go first. Hold on, I won't let you escape. Hey, did you hear what he said? Don't worry about it, there's no way Nekomaru is dead. He's trying to piss us off. Of course he's not dead, there's no way, not in a million years. More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. Something happens here, every one of us except Nekomaru will die. Why are you so excited about that? Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail. What are you saying, fiend? You'll find out soon enough.
See?
Then let's go. Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with. Yeah, you're right. We stepped onto the escalator and ascended toward the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. Rocks don't have maws, stupid! And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined up silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. And when everyone was inside Monokuma Rock... Yeah, man, I'm so glad I didn't spoil myself in this game. I kind of spoiled myself on one thing. Wait, didn't I spoil myself on two things on accident? The elevator began its steep descent as usual. Anyways, there's something that I know. Unfortunately, I spoiled myself. Like, I think I mentioned it in the early episodes because I spoiled I literally just looked up one character's name and just spoiled myself because of the wiki. And I was like, no! Oh, yeah, right. No, never mind. I spoiled myself on two things. Yeah, I remember the other thing now. So, yeah. But nobody said a word. But besides that, as we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. You know, I've realized I have no bullet skills at all. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness. And I walked into that place. My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats. Well, 2 people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here either. Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him. Why bother? What? Now then, let's begin! It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. And so the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all of my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Hiyoko Sayonji, the ultimate traditional dancer, which, by the way, we never got to see in any way, shape, or form. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. The person who killed those two is among us. Let's eject him. Oh no, dead! Yeah, I definitely can't believe it. Oh no, dead! Oh! But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Dead! Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost. For our sake, for our friend's sake, for Ibuki and Hiyoko's sake. And so, the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, bellowing with hope and despair, has begun. Of course I would. Thank you. Should I continue this episode? Should I? Should I continue it? Should I? Fuck it! Shut up!
Well, I don't, because I was asleep the whole time. Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that?
Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, proceed with the
Just a little pause with him like,
in the arguments.
what the fuck?
Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself, Gundham, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital is prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikon came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from the symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikon rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hip bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story. And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Of course, of course.
Motel.
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. The only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikon and Kurihiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I fled with him in various ways.
What happened to Deltarune? Huh? What happened to Deltarune 2? Chapter 2. I wonder. I'm gonna look it up
Don't say
later.
like that and confuse people.
Ugh. Sorry, I'm yawning.
So I immediately led them
I've been going to sleep very late and waking up very early. Fortunately, tomorrow night I'll be able to sleep as much as I want. You know, college life. I happen to have a job, so you know, two mix together and it makes a big
And not just that,
schedule.
her body was taped.
An early schedule too. It happens. So it
We
happened.
heard the body discovery announcement, not once but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily. Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who... Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. The story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
It's just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who'll just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito, I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Oh, now it's time for the real big brain games! Okay. What the fuck are these? Wait. Motor room key moves invitation scrap the paper surveillance camera in a surveillance monitor video. The key to the motel room that Hyoko's staying in was buried deep inside her kimono, so it was pretty difficult to retrieve. A thick strap of paper was stuck. I don't think these two will help me. No. Alright. The surveillance camera unit put inside of music has been smashed to pieces and no longer works.
And the fact that Ibuki hung herself.
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime.
Ah, yeah, I see. Oh my god, he planned that bitch, he knew he did that on purpose, and he knew I would be able to prove that it wasn't me.
That would also
He knew it. That piece of shit.
obviously
Did Hajime kill both?
the fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
You piece of shit. Oh my god, you piece of crap.
Killer! I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway. Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is.
It's that someone died.
The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
You've been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible. That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean a closed room?
Oh my god.
The venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering.
This is a mix of the third case and the fourth case from the first game. I already have a theory of what this might be. Oh my god, that is wow. That is just wow.
When we broke down the venue door, the killer is still inside.
Which means it cannot be Gundam.
The only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us? The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to
Stop making bad jokes.
What the fuck?
The killer was hiding inside the venue. We should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
Killer was inside a music venue. Fuyuko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? I think that is it. I don't know.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
I'm confused.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
I'm confused about this one. That person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence.
The killer was still...
Oh. Okay.
By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door.
Should I like...
Waited till we get... And suddenly...
So they look like
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
I'm
killer was still
confused.
by locking the door from the inside. They tried to keep us from getting...
It seems they were trying...
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a...
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
I don't get it.
Crap! The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was
I
on
am
the floor in front of the
confused.
door.
I'm thinking right now.
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
Okay, wait. I gotta think about this. I have to think about this. This is weird. Oh, I get it. I totally didn't look it up. I totally did not look it up because it makes no sense even after looking it up.
By locking the door from the inside.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside.
Now, there was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Wasn't rubber at all. Glue?
I see. That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
glue was edible.
Ah!
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
But you know, she's my waifu. She can do anything she wants.
The areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door,
Mahiru!
sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
Damn, Hiyoko didn't even have time to grieve.
Able to break down the door easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
That still doesn't mean it's not you.
Well, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
Like you're round and round and
During the
round.
10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work had limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue,
That's a weird
they
comment.
couldn't have done it earlier than that.
Earlier.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else,
Oh my god.
too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time. When Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Wait. That thing at the top.
The body wasn't revealed on its own.
That black part at the top.
Here, I have proof.
Yes!
That scrap of paper, is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but
Why are you sweating, Gundam?
anyway.
We're stuck in a baton. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. I know what it is. Curtain. 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 Oh, it's not. Wardrobe. I knew it. Oh, or not. A wallpaper? Oh. Can you please give me a P? Thank you. Paper. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Fuck. Here you go.
Got it.
Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
Right. If you overlay the scrap that was caused
I gotta pee. I'll be back. You just wait for me. I'm totally here right now. Time to get back into this. My desk is so dirty. Full of useful stuff. Useless, not useful. Also useful.
A mere nobody like me isn't important.
Shut the fuck up.
You guys were exceptional enough to identify that.
Scrap paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. It's connected to set an appearance of Fioka's body. If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Ooh, this is the one thing I really enjoy. This is the one mini game I enjoy. You know what I mean? Oops. I forgot how to play though. I can just do that to accelerate instead of pressing shift. Yeah, this is dope. Why did Hyoko's body suddenly appear? It was brought here. It was hidden. I can use space. Woo! Let's go! I'm surfing along the walls of my mind. It's fucking trippy and weird, but you know. It's not logic either, but it's called Logic Dive. What did the killer use to hide? I really thought it was a curtain, but clearly it was a wallpaper. Whew! This is getting tricky. Whee! 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 How did the killer hide her body? They formed to cover the pillar. Or they formed a wall, is that it? Nope. Here we are.
It's all coming together. Yoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly...
Look at how surprised he is. No way it's him. Man, I'm in denial. If it's ever him, I'll be in denial.
However, I think it was concealed within...
I'm so concerned about him dying that I find all the little ways that it could be him.
Well, that's understandable.
Hoping I won't find any.
It makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
Get my code.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
Of course.
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
Yep.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music video.
Yep.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on it.
True.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
True.
When was Hiyoko actually killed?
Good point.
Probably a lot before.
It's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
Ooh.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Oh my.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, I was busy. The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie, I should be able to explain that now.
I see.
I see.
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you need? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want to. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk?
Ibuki died because right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no abilities like you know something like that?
Alright, we're gonna do a battle with him.
Only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
Goddamn. Please don't tell me you killed her. Anyway, this continues to talk to this. It's best to clarify Ibuki's death status. Please, 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 Gundham, don't tell me you killed her. Oh, I see what you mean.
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, Was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yup.
I agree with that.
I give you my consent! Which is very important and needed.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hyoko's blood.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck, and she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye.
Damn.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. What? Are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't...
Yes! Gundam! Show him your power! Show him the power of the evil eye! Of the four dark devils of destruction! Of the hellhound earring! Okay, anyways.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hyoka? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no... You can't step on blood that was never...
Yes, there was blood.
See a nice nightmare? You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
But that was.
Cut through those words. That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but
Okay, Gundam, it better not be you.
already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
If Gundam is the killer, I'm never playing this game ever again. Gundam. Gundam.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
This is gonna be a long episode.
Aside from Nikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Nikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yup. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Gundam, I have faith in you.
There's something I want to run by Monokuma.
I thought he said rub.
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Didn't it fuck us up?
If the victim
Didn't it fuck us
committed
up?
suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Yes, but don't you get it, huh? Suicide.
As always, you have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito, what do you mean? If the
Oh my god, you guys are dumb! Don't you realize it?
Yoko's dead. I'm wondering
Yes, she was. She was really gullible. Did you forget?
if Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right? That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with. She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember?
Exactly what I'm saying, gullible. She was gullible.
She wouldn't have been able to falsify the
I need this blanket around me. These people are so oblivious. If I was there right now, I would have told them, hey, the...
body soon after.
It's insane how they go over the most obvious details, but find out the most ridiculous connections.
Hajime first discovered Ibuki. She was just pretending to be.
Oh!
If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
What?
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think
True.
she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plans.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
Ah, there's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was
Oh,
by
I
herself
just told
with
you,
the
but
final step left, right? Then does that mean someone
I mean, I keep repeating it to you guys, but I mean, you guys can't hear me, so it's like, shit.
They used hypnotism or something?
Of course, it would make perfect sense.
Don't say it all proud.
I don't know anything about that. Wink.
So maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my...
I totally did not just mute myself to do something.
Weakest alibi commence.
Alright, Gundam, you better have a tough alibi.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing
Yoko was distraught because the kimonos and Sada apparently told her Fuyuhiko after Fuyuhiko and Megan split up. Monami told bed was. Wait, he's not there, right? Yeah, no.
So everyone who stayed at the motel.
Miken's account. Right up until Miken was with Ajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to.
What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Yes, it is.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
We can exclude the sick.
And what about the...
Right before them, I was totally asleep.
I think everyone.
So everyone who's. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not
Piece
an
of
alibi.
shit.
Aside from those if nobody, Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
We can exclude the sick.
And what about the...
Right before them, I was totally asleep.
I think everyone.
So everyone who's. What about you guys? I was where
Zawano!
my own cottage.
Fuck.
Exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement.
Wait, no, that's
I
not
was
true.
totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone.
So everyone who's. What about you guys? I was where I was.
That's not.
Aside from those afflicted, if nobody has an alibi, then
I have an alibi. What do you mean? And Miken too.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
you two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging group, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on here?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Too much info.
Ha ha ha! Shocky! Tell her what it looks like, Shocky, please!
It improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
So it can't be Miken.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much. That's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
The killer had a different reason? If that's the case, we're still in the killer's trap. Is that a trap set by one of us? So then whose and what kind of trap is it? So I feel like Sonya potentially have a very, very misleading personality. Easily faked, you know? Alright, I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye now.